On a quiet summer night in 2021, the residents of Champlain Towers South were sleeping in what they thought was paradise. A luxury beachfront condo in Surfside, Florida. Safe, solid, expensive. But at 1:22 a.m., everything changed. In just 12 seconds, 98 people were gone. The building didn't just fall, it was erased. But here is the part that should keep you awake at night. This wasn't an earthquake. It wasn't a bomb. It was a silent killer that had been hiding in plain sight for 40 years. Tonight, we are digging into the engineering files to find the single fatal flaw, a design mistake made in 1981 that turned this paradise into a tomb. This is the story of the warnings that were ignored until it was too late. To understand the disaster, we have to go back to the beginning. The year is 1981. Miami is booming. Developers are rushing to put up concrete towers as fast as possible to cash in on the demand. In this rush for profit, Champlain Towers South breaks ground. But from day one, something was wrong. The original plans called for a robust, high-quality structure, but investigators later found that corners were cut. The concrete mix was questionable, the rebar placement was messy, and most critically, the design of the pool deck was fundamentally flawed. In a proper design, a pool deck should be slanted, allowing heavy tropical rain to drain off instantly. But at Champlain Towers, the deck was built completely flat. It seems like a small detail, but this flatness meant that every time it rained, water didn't leave. It sat there, a stagnant, heavy puddle soaking into the concrete, day after day, year after year. For decades, life went on. Residents enjoyed the beach, the pool, and the views. But beneath their feet, a chemical reaction was taking place. Concrete is strong, but it is porous, like a hard sponge. As that standing salt water seeped into the slab, it reached the steel rebar inside. When salt hits steel, it rusts. And here is the physics that killed this building. When steel rusts, it expands to 3 times its original size. Slowly, microscopically, the rebar was getting fatter inside the concrete, pushing outwards. It was cracking the building's own skeleton from the inside. Residents started noticing things. Puddles in the garage, cracks in the planters, water dripping on their cars. They complained to maintenance, patches were applied, but nobody looked deeper. They thought it was just wear and tear. They were wrong. Fast forward to 2018. The building is approaching its 40-year safety certification. The condo board hires an engineer, Frank Morabito, to inspect the structure. What he found should have triggered an immediate evacuation. Morabito wrote a report stating there was, quote, major structural damage to the concrete slab below the pool deck. He warned that the waterproofing had failed completely. He didn't say the building would fall tomorrow, but he made it clear the damage was not just cosmetic, it was systemic. But here is where the tragedy becomes human. Fixing this damage wasn't cheap. The estimate was $15 million. Imagine you live in a condo, and you get a letter saying you owe $80,000 for repairs. You would fight it. And that is exactly what happened. For 3 years, the condo board and the residents argued. Some wanted to fix it immediately. Others said the price was too high. They debated. They resigned. They delayed. While they argued over dollars and cents, the rust kept spreading. The cracks kept widening. Finally, in April 2021, the condo president sent a desperate letter to the residents. She wrote, "The concrete deterioration is accelerating. The roof situation is much worse." They finally approved the work. Construction was set to begin, but time had just run out. It is 1:15 a.m. The parking garage is quiet. A tourist staying in a nearby building looks out his window and sees something strange. The pool deck, the same deck that had been holding water for 40 years, has collapsed into the garage. He pulls out his phone, but before he can understand what he is seeing, the physics take over. The pool deck wasn't just a floor, it was connected to the columns that held up the tower. When the deck fell, it destabilized the legs of the building. At 1:22 a.m., a security camera captures the moment. The center section of the building gives way first. It drops in free fall. Inside, residents wake up to the sound of screaming metal. But they have no time to react. 3 seconds later, the eastern section of the tower loses its support. It buckles and collapses on top of the ruins. In 12 seconds, an entire community was reduced to a pile of dust and rubble. The rescue mission lasted for weeks. Firefighters, engineers, and volunteers from around the world combed through the debris, hoping for miracles. But the physics of a pancake collapse leave no air pockets. In the end, investigators from the National Institute of Standards and Technology confirmed the theory. The pool deck failed first. The long-term corrosion, the flat design, and the ignored water damage had weakened the connection points until they simply couldn't hold the weight anymore. It wasn't one bad person. It was a chain of small failures, ignored reports, and delayed maintenance that combined into a catastrophe. This tragedy changed engineering laws forever. It forced Florida to pass milestone inspection laws, ensuring that no building can hide its damage for 40 years again. It showed us that concrete isn't just a rock, it's a sponge. And if you ignore the small cracks for too long, they will eventually bring the whole world down. If you believe the truth deserves to be heard, hit that like button and share this video to help spread the warning. Surfside is just one building, but there are thousands more hiding cracks you can't see. To uncover the failures the industry tries to hide, subscribe right now. And you think the ground is dangerous? Wait until you see what happens in the sky. Click the video on your screen to see how a single piece of tape brought down a massive airliner. I'll see you there.